Boston Bruins are steamrolling the NHL.
They have a feeling they can win the whole thing this year.
If you're going to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, you're probably going to have to go through Boston.
The Boston Bruins are on a heater, and not just any heater. The 2022-2023 Boston Bruins are hotter than the surface of the sun. As of Friday, February 24th, this iteration of the Bees is on pace to finish the year with a record-breaking 63 wins. The current record of 62 wins in a season is shared between a pair of teams. The Red Wings set the benchmark in 1995-96, steamrolling their way through the regular season and playoffs. That is before the Colorado Avalanche crushed their Stanley Cup hopes.
Penalty is going to be called. Draper's cut and hurt, hit him right from behind and jams him right into the board. The Western Conference champion.
The other half of the wins record belongs to the 2018-19 Lightning. Much like the Wings, the Bolts thundered their way through the regular season and into the playoffs. But in the first round, Tampa was thunderstruck.
And I got two words for you. Series sweep.
A 4-game sweep by the Columbus Blue Jackets against a team that had all kinds of records this season.
While record-breaking seasons don't guarantee a Stanley Cup, a boatload of W's certainly helps. Since the NHL switched to an 82-game regular season in 1995-1996, 8 teams have won more than 50 games and the Cup in the same year. The most successful regular season in the storied history of the Bruins traces back to the Bobby Orr era and the 1970-71 season, where Boston notched 57 wins, 5th most in a season all time. But, much like the record-breaking seasons of Detroit and Tampa Bay, the Bruins flamed out, losing in the opening round to the eventual Stanley Cup champion Montreal Canadiens in what proved to be Jean Beliveau's swan song. So, the question is, how is this year's Bruins squad different from previous record breakers? The counting stats say that the Bees have the overall advantage over both Tampa and Detroit in how well they're keeping the puck out of their own nets. And when the playoffs roll around and checking gets tighter, that will become invaluable. Meanwhile, should Boston maintain this pace, they'll clear the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens, who own the NHL's watermark for highest point percentage in a season, for most points in a season. And this is where Bruins fans should take notice, because that Montreal team, led by the likes of Guy Lafleur, Larry Robinson, and Ken Dryden, did in fact go on to win the Stanley Cup, sweeping the Adams Division champion Boston Bruins.
And Lafleur is going after, right under the shoot. They score! Lafleur! And the Canadiens win the Stanley Cup. The Montreal Canadiens have won the Stanley Cup, sweeping the Boston Bruins in 4 straight games.
Can the 2022-23 Boston Bruins prove record-breaking success equals championships, or will Boston's season represent another historic disappointment?